Hello everyone, my name is Makrant Vijay Pokarkar and I stay in Pune. And today I'm going to talk about voice to skull, a technology used to talk into a person's mind directly. So this has been there for quite some time now. And if you search on Google, you'd find information on what is voice to skull. So this technology is basically used to talk to a person directly into their head without using any device. It's like you can talk to a person and say things to him, and this technology has been there for quite some time. If you search terms like voice to skull or targeted individuals on Google, you'd find all the information that you need. So what this actually does and what people use it for exactly, so that is what we are going to talk about today. So this is used to torture people. If you search on Google, you'll see that there are a lot of people who are actually saying that you're not only listening people's voice, but they're also being tortured using this technology. So this has started with me for a few years back, at least 6 to 7 years back, and now I've been with this kind of torture. I've been living with this torture, and it's been become a part of my life. So I'm also going to talk about the things that these people are going to do first, and then we are going to talk about how we can actually reduce this torture and start living with it without any problems. So what these guys do is they also use voice morphing when they talk to you in your head. They are using voice morphing, and they use people's voices. I mean, the people that you know. Like for example, if you have a friend, a close friend of yours, and he talks with you. He's a good friend of yours. So what these people will do is they'll morph his voice and talk to you in voice to skull in your head. So when they do that, you feel as if this person has turned against you, and that is the reason why you'll start hating him, and you would actually stop. You will stop relationship with him. So in this way, they'll just which whoever people is there in your life, they'll try to turn them against you, and you would feel as if these people have turned against you, and you don't want to talk to them ever, and you are all alone in your world, and you've lost control of things and everything. This situation has turned against you and all that. So these are the tactics that these people use. You would find this information again on the net, and this tech has been used for on against a lot of people. There are also evidences, or people have been talking about those people who have been targeted. They are called targeted individuals, and the people who do it, they are actually called the perpetrators. So there's a term called as perps, so I'd be using this term quite often in this video. So to start with, what these people are also capable of inducing dreams in your head. People have been complaining that they've been getting dreams in their head when they are sleeping in the night or during the day. These people would be talking to you, making you very uncomfortable and not allowing you to sleep and stuff like that. And later on, once you fall asleep, you will then get dreams in your head. So most likely people feel that this is very bad, and these dreams will are affecting them really in a really worst way. Especially with female, they induce some uh, dreams which are actually sexual. I don't want to actually talk about this, but this is for a fact. People actually do that. So when they do that, you feel very you feel as if you've been without your consent, some sexual things are happening, but end of the day is just a dream is a dream. The dream gets over when you wake up. So according to me, it's not much of a deal actually. When I've seen those dreams of these people induced by these people, they're more often more entertaining than what people actually talk about being very, they don't like those dreams and stuff like that. But I kind of enjoy those dreams. I don't know, but I really enjoy them because when I wake up, it has not really affected me in any way. So when I wake up, the dream is actually over, so it doesn't make any sense to actually think about it, as in what really happened in the dreams and what was going on and stuff like that. So that's about it. That's about the dreams part. Now, what we're going to do is, I'm also going to talk about things that I've tried to do to actually overcome this. I've even went to the authorities. I've also made a video where I've actually made a complaint in the police station, where I've registered a complaint. And the I mean, the authorities have came back telling me that there are such technologies, and they have also told me that it's actually very difficult to track such people. It's an international technology, but there are no sources as to where they can start looking for. So they have taken down this written complaint where everything is mentioned as to the uh, torture that I'm going through, and they've said that they're going to look into it or investigate. So you know how authorities work in India. Things like these will definitely take a lot of time, and in the meantime, if you're expecting them to actually find something and help you, it's going to be a lot of time. You would have to waste a lot of time. So basically, they'll try and destroy your life. And if you want to really cope up and if you want to come out of it, there are tips that I have in this video, which will help you in your life to get over these things and make your life a little simpler. I'm not saying that I can completely make them go away, but yes, there are things that will help you overcome it completely. I mean, you can live your normal life even when these people are torturing you and stuff like that. So when it actually started with me, I was very much confused as to what is happening with me, because this is something which nobody might have experienced. If someone listens to this video, they might even think that I'm haywire, I've lost it and stuff like that. But those who have faced it, those who know what this is, they would understand what I'm talking about. So when it all started, I was all confused. I didn't know what to do. So there were even times when I actually was very frustrated. I blamed myself. I blamed my life. I blamed everything around. I ran away from my home. I went to so many different places to just to get out of this torture that these people have been doing. But what I found out is whatever you do, it doesn't stop. No matter what you cover your head with, it is not going to stop. They're still going to talk to you, and this is going to go on no matter what you do, and it is going to happen 24 by 7. So initial reaction was very bad. I didn't had a job during that time. I was blaming everyone. Wherever I went, I thought as if these people were following me, looking at me. The people that I was talking to, even those people are perpetrators and stuff like that. So many things went into my head, and I was just assuming things. So that is the most very bad thing that we actually do, that we assume a lot. Being targeted individual, that's something which is very wrong. We should actually stop assuming things. So that part came very later, but initially I was haywire. I was not sure as to what I was doing, and I even tried, went through psychological treatment. I tried to actually tell my people who were close to me, like my parents, my wife, that this is what I've been facing, and try to try to get some help from those people, make them understand what is happening to me. I even try to tell them when these people were talking to me, I used to tell my wife as to what they were saying. And my wife, my mother, my father, they were completely, as in they thought that this person has lost it and he needs to have some psychological treatment. So for a minute I also believed it. Okay, it might have been a psychological thing. But there were instances when these people actually came in front of me, and they started taunting me and stuff, and they do it in a group. So I know for sure that this technology has been used by someone, and it's not that I'm mentally ill or something. So there are a few things that I started noting when I was suffering with this. So for my parents' sake, I actually did went through that treatment that I wanted me to do. I used to smoke and stuff, so I actually quit smoking because of the same, because they thought that because of smoking I might have been facing this problem. So just for my family I had to do it. And actually after that, completing this treatment, there were few things that I learned, because I had a lot of time to think. And I was they had been torturing me for at least 3 years by then. So it was becoming a part of my life, and I had time to think about it. Usually my reaction was very, I immediately got very angry, and I used to do stuff. So because of that, I was not able to think clearly. But after 2 to 3 years, it gave me a lot of time to actually think as to what was happening and what I need to do. The next part I'll discuss in the next video.